Coming to the stage now, I want to hear you make some noise for my man, Lucas McDermott.
Thanks, everyone. I'll do this short. I smoked a spliff, had mushrooms, had a soft beer, so my mouth tastes like my ex.
Yeah, congratulations.
You know, I couldn't get. We were totally different people. You know, it just different thing. You know, I was a Gemini. She was a whore. Worlds apart. Worlds apart. I'm sick of everything being so goddamn expensive these days. I'm just sick of everything being so goddamn expensive. Dynamic pricing has ruined us. It's so hard to get groceries one day when it's $4 and the next day when it's $6. Because you know they're not going to stop at groceries. Eventually, when will it be a time when I am buying pussy on the blade and there's dynamic pricing with the prostitutes? Cinnamon, you told me that this handjob was 15 American dollars yesterday, and now today at noon is 24. Your Ronald Crandall economics is killing us. You're a slut to the system. Robert Crandall is the guy who made dynamic pricing if you're ready to lynch. Or talk to, sorry. Depends on which town I'm in. You know what's weird? Whenever I see an ICE agent who isn't white, that baffles the fuck out of me. That's like, what the hell? It's like, papers, sir? Papers yourself, sir. I think there's only should be two races that should be ICE. That's it. If we're doing immigration reform, only two races. The first one should be the Amish. The Amish should be the only ones who be ICE. Because, by the way, if you cannot outrun a horse or a buggy at 3 miles per hour, you do not belong here. You can't work here in a society like ours successfully. If an old man with a hat kind of lassos you in, and then with an old wooden crate, I don't know, 30 days worth of travel to the nearest ICE agency. If you have not escaped somehow, you're going back to Guadalajara. I'm sorry. We can't have everyone here, but we can't have just everyone free roaming. So we're going to have just Amish on buggies. Which, by the way, if you can't beat up the Amish, what are you doing here anyway? Right? Can they fight? Then, how do you people in Brooklyn, Washington, square, they fight, Queensberry rules. Right? They go head for head. They're confused. The second race, I think, is Eskimos. Eskimos know a lot about ice. I felt bad when I was writing this. I'm thinking to myself, but no, we're in a post-racial society. I can make Eskimo jokes, I think. Near my gas station, they sell Eskimo Pops. That's not cultural appropriation, but we still eat them. Still delicious. My friend's dog got sick recently. Pet ownership's so hard. Anyone here own pets? Yeah, I love owning pets. The hardest part when a pet gets sick, you gotta make some choices, sometimes you gotta, make the hard decisions. Put, your animal down. It's a hard decision to make. It's harder when also people give your shit-heel advice when you ask for them about this. Because when I'm going through a grieving process for my dog, someone came up to me and was like, well, Luke, as long as your dog was baptized and he'll enter the kingdom of heaven. Are you fucking crazy? You're baptizing dogs? Who's baptizing dogs? Who's out there is like, well, as long as he's, we did the water on him, he's fine. Which priest? Oh, I can think about it now. There's gotta be some defrocked priest that they couldn't shift around Central America, It's like, sorry, bro, your Cambodia slip-o is the final straw. You're gonna have to do dogs now. No kids, no humans, just across the board. We're making this safe. We can't technically take the collar from you, but we can make it away. You're baptizing dog. Does that mean like Hitler's dog? Does that mean like he also got baptized? It's like he's in heaven. He's like, well, Hitler's dog. True. But when he was a pup, under the Catholic Church, God damn you. Who's what? That's your job, by the way. That's your job. What's your job? Oh, I do forced baptisms to dogs. Do they know what's happening? Not a lot of times, no. We tell them up front what's happening, but they kind of just stare. They have no idea what's going on, you know? What if your dog's Jewish? What about that? You're having out Jews for Jesus dogs. You're now having dogs that believed that Jesus was a good man, but not the Son of God, but a couple of dunks. He's suddenly the man of Christ. Jews for Jesus dogs. By the way, that's your new Netflix movie if you're thinking what's going to happen now. In a world where dogs don't have Jesus. God, I'm in a relationship now. It's fun. Sometimes you gotta be with her shitty friends. Sometimes they get mad at you for saying things that are true. They're true, by the way. But they get mad at you. So I thought of a good way to apologize. It's called the John Edwards apology model. For people who know, John Edwards was a politician in the 2010s who cheated on his wife, who was dying of lymphoma, with a prostitute. He did. He then, when she got pregnant, he then proposed to her live on television, and she kind of irked away. But when he did the apology, was like, hey, why did you have sex with a prostitute in government time? Most baller thing he's ever said in my entire life. I apologize if I offended your sensibilities. Oh my God, the stones on this guy, right? He's having extramarital affairs. I apologize if your integrities were besmirched. Like, what the fuck? But it sounds like an old Southern charm, so it works out, right? God, it worked out. Why were you such assholes to my friends at trivia night? I apologize if I upset their trivia night sensibilities. Why'd you call my friend a fat ass at the pizza buffet? Lord, the vapors. I sincerely regret my actions that forthcoming night. It means absolutely nothing. By the way, I'll tell you what I really did, and I'll get off. I wrote them, my girl was mad. You gotta stop pissing off my friends! You know I was gangster when you dated me, but it's fine. I wrote a text message to them, both of them with the same thing, at 2 o'clock in the morning. And they were like, that's insincere. That's on you, madam. You just don't know the John Edwards experience. I could have clipped you with I apologize if I offend your sensibilities, and that you're kind of an annoying cunt in trivia. My name is Lucas McDermott. Good night, folks.